Everybody's got an opinion. Every Californian and Virginian. It's so hard to tell who to trust and who to ignore. Someone's gotta settle the score. Trey and Chelsey will help you choose whose views win, which ones lose. Online haters are coming for you. Baby, it's time to review the review.
Hey!
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Review That Review, the podcast dedicated to reviewing
Reviews. We're just like Siskel and Ebert, only instead of being two older white men, we're us. And instead of reviewing cinematic masterpieces, we rate and review those hilarious, scathing, and sometimes suspicious online reviews.
I was wondering where you were going with that. That's Chelsey Donn.
And that's Trey Gerrald.
And together, we aren't crotchety old white men from Chicago and some other town that sit on the aisle. We are
The Review Queens.
Hey, Review Queen, how you doing?
Oh my God, I'm good. I think that's so accurate that they sit on the aisle. That's true. I like that as a character description in general.
Well, that was their show. It was called On the Aisle.
I mean, that's what I meant. But I
Right.
also think that they sit on the aisle.
Correct. I know. It was all
You
very
know,
punny and appropriate.
It was very punny. And I think as an adult, I'm just realizing that. Anyway, you got to be there with me for that realization. I'm great. I had a mani-pedi for the first time in like a very, very, very long time. And I knew it was going to change my life and just make me feel happier and better. And that's why I did it. And it delivered. So
I
feel
that.
so much better.
What color?
I went with oh my goodness, I can't believe I've never done that before. 1 second. Do not disturb. Sorry guys, Patreon, love you. Have something special for you coming up. Anyway, I decided to go with lavender.
Oh, yeah,
You
it's
know?
like our photo shoot.
It's true. It's just like the photo shoot. I also just really like a purple. You're mostly going to find me in a purple. Do you ever put a color on the nail? How do you feel about that?
I did do a play in Key West several years ago where I played a drag queen that was caught in an elevator. It's a really charming two-hander Christmas play. And I had Christmas red gel manicures. And I was so self-conscious. And Key West is
really?
Oh yeah. Key West is very open and love. I mean, they're like, everything exists in Key West. There's like people that maybe aren't so open-minded because it is Florida still. But then it is Key West, which is like,
but we have the full spectrum.
Yes. And their motto is one human family. So they do all exist together, and that's lovely. So it's like, it's not like I'm who like whatever, but I red is a shocking color, but it is trendy now for boys to have their nails colored without it being anything tied to sexuality. I've thought about it, but
I'm here for it.
David's dad gets clear polish, which I think is really cute.
Yeah, my dad gets manicures too, and he just does, I think, just like buff them, no polish at all, very masculine with his manicures. But I think it's nice that men are opening up to the idea of doing it. I really truthfully believe you just feel better after you get a mani-pedi. It's like there's like a magical, it's like getting on like the magic school bus. What was her name? Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle, everyone feels better with like the little Miss Frizzle. And I think that the manicurists, I don't know, they take me somewhere better.
I am wearing these ginormous glasses today because they are blue light blocking glasses.
Yes.
I
wear them. Can I cue you up? I feel like I need to cue you up.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. So Trey, if you're not a Patreon person and you don't get to see his beautiful face, has like these very large glasses on that are giving me like a little bit of like grandpa vibes, a little.
They're really oversized, which
they're very oversized, but they're still sort of masculine. Like there's something masculine about them, but yet they're like large.
Well, they're mint
Yeah.
green. They
Oh.
are like all of the models wearing them were female, but
Okay.
actually this is so tied to that drag play I did, which is so random. That was
Oh,
like
there you
literally
go.
like 2017 or something. But I was searching for ginormous sunglasses that would cover my eyebrows because I thought stupidly that
Yeah.
oh yeah, in the humidity that exists and like the southern most point of the continental United States, that I could glue stick down my eyebrows at home and like bicycle to the theater in the humid
Oh
and
my
like it would be fine.
God.
So I was trying to find sunglasses that would cover my eyebrows so that I wouldn't look weird when they were covered, which didn't exist. But anyway, so then I like fell into this whole world of oversized glasses.
Yeah.
But these are just blue light blocking glasses.
Well, these are just blue light blocking glasses as well, the ones that I'm wearing. But I
never knew that.
Oh yeah. Well, I forgot to put them on for a second. And for just a moment, like in my head, I heard like Thomas J can't see without his glasses. And then I could hardly start this podcast because I was so sad about.
Is that
my girl? My girl.
When he's
my
in the
girl.
coffin, right?
It's so sad. It's such a sad moment, you know? I don't know why that happened, but they did such a good job. Those little kid actors. Anyway.
Anna Chumsley or whatever.
Anna Klumsky and Macaulay
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
And the bees.
So good. And the bees, terrifying.
Well,
I was convinced I might be allergic to bees after that. We really got off on a tangent here.
We're really in left field.
This is for Patreon. It's fine. It's for Patreon.
Yeah, that I love that all these children movies are like so traumatizing. Someone recently pointed out to me that every Disney movie has trauma as the like inciting incident. Isn't that weird?
Well, because trauma really, I mean, yeah, but trauma is really the inciting incident for a lot of shows. Like you need that, like, we're finding our character down in the dumps and this is the day that they decide to go about life anyway, you know?
Well, should we get into some real trauma that you and I are each going through every day?
I think we should. I need this. What are you bringing in today for your complaint?
Well, I would officially like to
lodge a complaint
against. I had to Google how to pronounce it.
Okay.
CAPTCHA.
God, don't even get me started.
You know what it is?
Yes, of course. Is it reCAPTCHA or CAPTCHA? But either way, it's horrible.
Okay, that was another question because I wasn't sure what the difference is. Okay, so anyone who isn't understand and is thinking that I'm saying catch up, CAPTCHA or reCAPTCHA is like that computer software that's trying to prove that if you are a human or a robot. Anytime you're trying to go into something on the internet, it makes me crazy. I remember the old days of like AOL when it was like, type in this word that has a bunch of lines through it, and you're like, 9, 7.
Oh God,
is that a 0 or is it a no? And now it's all these pictures. Like we're playing Pictionary, and it's like your memory. You're trying to figure out which one is a hydrant, which one has bicycles, which one is a happy person. And like there are so many times when I get anxious where it's like, click all the boxes that have a crosswalk, and there will be like a tiny little like millimeter. And you're like,
does that count?
And I don't know if I'm supposed to hit it or not. And I don't know if you've noticed, now they start saying, keep eliminating until there are no remaining images of a fire hydrant. So you click the fire hydrant and it instantly becomes a different image. Sometimes it's another fire hydrant, sometimes it's not. And it's like, all of this so that I can buy dog food? Like, what in the world? CAPTCHA is insane. Are robots, is this really happening? Like robots are trying to log into Amazon? Like, maybe. I mean, I don't know, but like,
maybe, probably.
I hate CAPTCHA, reCAPTCHA. All of this is so insane. I'm all for privacy and security, but like, can it just be a little more straightforward? Like, do they have to be really blurry, ultra zoomed in pictures of like highways? Like, why can't it just be clear? Why are the pictures fuzzy? God, I hate it.
I'm going to tell you something now that's going to make you even more angry.
What?
So someone that I know, I cannot remember when or how I figured this or found this out. I think she works in tech or something. She told me that not only are they doing that to us, but we're actually working for them when we're doing it because they are using our answers that we're doing in terms of like, is this a hydrant? Is this a bridge? They're using us to collect data about those images.
To what end?
So to use for, I think, like image recognition software that they're developing, or like, so like basically we are part of a science experiment. And our role in that experiment is that we must say, where's a fire hydrant, so that eventually a robot can recognize where a fire hydrant is. So we are actually employees when we're completing this CAPTCHA. So not only do you need to do something that is quite annoying, you're actually an intern. You are an unpaid intern.
Oh, I've been an intern more times than I want to be. But it is interesting. We're literally doing the thing that the thing is meant to be withholding.
Yeah, exactly. We're training the robots, but they haven't like gotten there yet. So every single time, like they're just training us until like a robot can read the 998XL52 in the thingy, and then it's like, okay, now it's pictures. Where's the fire hydrant robot? Can you get like, they're literally honestly using us to advance technology.
I would rather do the number digits with the line through the scratches than the pictures, because the pictures are so hard to decipher. That's my complaint.
But the robots can do it now. The robots can do the 9X2.
So what is it going to be next? It's going to be like, which one is a brownie, or like which one is green?
Correct. It's going to get harder. They're going to make it harder for us. We're going to have to work harder just to buy a bag of dog food.
I hate
Unbelievable.
It. That's my
hear
complaint.
you. I hear you. Good one.
Thanks.
Such a good complaint.
Anyway.
Admittedly was on my list as well. Love it.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. What about you? What is your complaint for today?
Okay. My complaint for today is pumps. Like anything with a pump. Now, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
I'm talking like soap. I'm talking body wash. I'm talking lotion. Yes. Now here's why. I love a pump. Pumps make life much easier. However, I find that across the board, no matter what product I buy that has a pump function, when I am about a third of the bottle left, the pump stops working.
Right.
And then I got to take, if it's makeup, you got to take off the top. And then for a while, I'm using the makeup product. There's still plenty of makeup in there, but I'm now scooping it up with the stem of the pump and putting it on my face like that way. And same thing with like lotion or soap. What is this? What's happening with the pump? I've tried to like rinse it off and declog it, because sometimes I've read that they say it's my fault because I'm gross and clogged. I clogged it. I don't know. Or it just clogs, but I've tried to unclog it and the problem usually persists. Do you have this problem?
Yes. And I once saw and ordered off of Shark Tank. It's called the Spatty Daddy.
Yes. Spatty Daddy is great, but like, to get the very end of the inside of the thing.
They have the little teeny one.
Yes, that is good. But
why do we have to have the product?
Why do we need the product? Like, why do I have to take off the top, buy a Spatty Daddy, dig around there with the Spatty Daddy? Like, it's ridiculous. Why have we not found a way to have a pump that just doesn't get clogged? And what is it? Is it there's not enough of the product in the bottle to help with gravity? I don't know.
That's my question. I wonder if it's gravity that then
is it gravity
suction or something?
Because I have a lot of beef with gravity, you know what I mean? So like that could be a whole nother complaint, but the point is it sucks. It's annoying.
I would like to reframe your complaint, because I think the complaint is the ratio of pumping's longevity. Because
correct.
Pumping is wonderful, but then when you get to like the last third of its life,
thanks for clarifying,
loses the functionality, which is really
exactly which is really the problem. But yes, I guess you're right. But the reason why I lodged it against pumps in general is because I want everybody to get on board with coming up with the solution, guys. Like, I'm on your side. Let's do it. Let's do it. Somebody's got to do it. And then somebody's got to teach their ways to other people. And we all just got to elevate the pump.
I think that, like, if our podcast had a subreddit, it would just be like inventions.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, very valuable complaint. I
Thanks.
thoroughly recognize that pain and trauma.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well,
it's a lot.
Hopefully there will be a solution by this time next year.
I sure hope so. We can only hope.
All right. Should we do the thing? Should we jump into some online reviews?
Please. As you guys already know, if you're still listening, God bless you. We are your trusty review queens. We each bring in a review from the internet that we feel needs to be inspected.
We read you the review, we break it down and rate the impact of that review on a scale from 1 to 5 crowns. It's a very regal process that we call
Assess that kvetch.
And kvetch means complaint. And Chelsey girl, you're first today.
I am.
Take it away, RQ.
Review that review.
Okay, so today I have an Amazon 1-star review written by Kit Kat, like the candy. And it is for a artificial grass urine odor removal spray.
Okay.
Okay, I looked this up for personal use and I found Kit Kat's review and it felt a little suspicious. And so I want us to examine it together. Here we go. All right. Save your money. This is the title. The title is Save Your Money. Go look at Scout's Honor instead, ... The stain and odor remover one, it works. Okay. I absolutely dislike this product. I've been using Scout's Honor for over 6 months now, and the price had increased considerably, $50 a gallon. So I started searching for an alternative. I've got a very smelly beagle whose urine smells like the worst fish ever. And believe me, I researched for over a week on Amazon, reading review after review to make sure that what I got would kind of work. Plus, the hubby makes sure we don't buy aimless things just to test them out. Well, upon delivery, my hubby mixed a 32-ounce spray bottle up and tested it out on our outdoor patio. Almost immediately, I understood what the other reviewers were talking about and how the perfume smell was just overpowering. And I wear perfume every day, so it's not like I'm sensitive to odors. Not only did her pee smell still stink, it was now masked with some kind of perfume that a 70-year-old might wear. Is that clear? I'm going to say it one more time. Not only did her pee smell still stink, it was now masked with some kind of perfume that a 70-year-old might wear. Why can't I say?
I thought it was clear the first time, but
okay. Not only did her pee smell still stink, it was now masked with some kind of perfume that a 70-year-old might wear. I'm not a quitter, so I've been using it on the daily, even washing it down with water at the end of the night, and still the same smell. Like it's honestly just green perfume cover-up. I'm so sad that I did get what I paid for, and I will be going back to Scout's Honor. If I hadn't purchased straight from their site, I would direct you to my review of them on Amazon, but don't take my word for it. Go look at the Scout's Honor reviews. I've begged my hubby to return it, but he's just as stubborn as I am and keeps using it every day in case it helps. But it's been over 3 weeks and it should have worked from day one. I wish I could give it no stars, but I can't. I feel almost bad writing this review, but when something like urine is wafting into your home, thinking that you've spent a good amount of money on something that should kind of work doesn't. So for the past 3 days, I've been sprinkling baking soda and using a vinegar wash to hose it all down, and it's finally gotten rid of the perfume urine smell because what I've bought just masks it all up again.
Oh, Kit Kat. Wait, what was
Kit
the name
Kat.
what's the name of this brand?
I don't know.
Okay.
I took a screenshot and I just wrote that.
Wow, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Wait.
Yeah.
I wrote down a bunch of contradictions in this review.
Yes, so many.
Well, it occurs to me that Kit Kat says that the hubby won't let them just buy things to test them out. And literally the next sentence is, so we bought it and my husband mixed the things and the hubby tested it out. And then also Kit Kat starts the review saying like, my beagle's pee smells like fish. And then later is like the odor. I wear perfume. I'm not sensitive to odors, but they've literally described the odor of the dog's pee as fish.
Yes.
Also, why does the phrase hubby annoy me so much?
It annoys me too. Ugh. I don't know. There's something about it's just gross. It's just gross. And also somebody that's gonna write hubby. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
so
something about that's what it's like. It's not the word hubby, but someone being like, my hubby.
Right.
It's like
exactly. Like using it like 3 times in the review is sus. Like I found this review in general just to be very sus. That's why I brought it in.
Yeah.
Because we always talk about, bringing in suspicious reviews. And I don't think I've like brought one in a while that I was explicitly like, this is suspicious. And when I read this, I was like, this is suspicious because this was like a kind of no brand product. It literally was, the name of the product was like dog urine scent removal spray. Like it was a very, you know how like on Amazon now it's become a popular trend for products to literally just be titled what they are. Mm-hmm. So that was an example of what we were dealing with this product. So the fact that Kit Kat mentioned this other brand, Scout's Honor, in the review so many times. I mean, like, I don't know if she was trying to help out Scout's Honor I don't know if she was trying to help out Scout's Honor's SEO or something, but she mentioned it several times. And that was the first thing. And it's even in the title of the review that she wrote. And that was the first thing that made me feel like this is suspicious to me.
Oh, literally my eyebrows like crinkled. Because I was like, oh, this is like a plant for Scout's Honor. But then
it feels like that.
But no, because the first like 3 sentences, it's like they doubled their price by 50% or something.
Right.
So it's like, oh, so I guess they're not like for
it was very interesting to me because it was like it both the amount of times it said the other product made it seem like at very least their like second cousin was the person that owned this company, right? Like they had some relation. That's how it felt to me. But then the review itself was very specific, like we know she is a beagle. We know what the beagle's urine smells like. We know that she thinks that it smells like a 7-year-old's perfume. We know about some sort of weird dynamic between her and her husband where he must really wear the pants in regards to certain things because they have to just use this product until it's down to the last drop. Even when the pump starts working, they're gonna get a scrub. What is it called?
Spatty Daddy.
And they're gonna get a spatty daddy, and they're gonna get the last little drop that they can from this, even though they're so offended by the smell, just because the husband is like, we will not waste this. Which I mean. Good, we shouldn't be wasting, but we learned a lot about her that was so specific that it made it seem authentic, but the product placement of this Scout's Honor it really rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, I thought maybe it is an ad for Scout's Honor because Kit Kat makes a point to say, I did get what I paid for, which sort of tosses the whole like story into like, oh, well, the price of Scout's Honor is so high because it actually works. But I actually think that Kit Kat's last name is Hammer. And this is an ad for Arm & Hammer's baking soda, because in the review, Kit Kat says if you mix baking soda with vinegar or whatever, it takes away the. I've never heard this.
I have heard this because
Does it work?
I haven't tried it. I was admittedly looking up this product because I recently purchased artificial grass and I want to get ahead of any sort of possible issue. So I've been researching this. I haven't committed to buying any product, but in my research of the products, I did come across a lot of people that were like, just use vinegar and baking soda. So I think it is sort of a known thing amongst people that have artificial grass.
This was specifically for artificial grass urine cleaner?
Yes.
Okay, right. I forgot that part.
Yeah. So it attaches to the hose, basically.
Right.
And then you like use that with the water and
hence the husband mixing the water with the
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I am curious. What is Kit Kat's like spelling like? Are there issues?
I had no issues. I think that it's quite possible that Kit Kat is a teacher. I thought it was very well written. All the grammar was very well done. I didn't stumble over any of the words.
I wonder if this is a product that's like now in white diamond scent. Like, do you get that reference?
Oh, no.
The Elizabeth Taylor commercials. Here, these always brought me luck. And she throws her
white
70-year-old perfume.
That's right.
Because it seems that Kit Kat really experienced this overwhelming scent.
Yeah.
That it didn't like kill the urine, it just like covered it.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this because I can't tell. I mean, it does make me think I need to try Scout's Honor.
Right. So that's the thing. That's what I was going to say. Like, what's the value of this review? Because for me, it did sort of turn me off from buying this product, even though there were a lot of other 5-star reviews. I'll be honest.
Really?
I should have taken a screenshot to show you, but some of the 5-star reviews that I read for this product, they seemed like they might have been bots.
Ooh.
Because there were little phrases that were just not quite right, you know, and that made it seem bot-like. Like, instead of like, I don't know, just be like a review that would say product so good,
right?
You know, my life now changed because
excellent product, had great experience.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. And I was like, this seems fake. So when I see those kind of reviews as a review queen, the first thing I do is look at the 1-star reviews. And so when I did that, I found this review and I was almost sold because it had so many 5 stars. But then when I read this, I did say, I'm gonna like pump the brakes on this and not commit to this product. So if I'm gonna give Kit Kat credit at all, it did make me pause about whether or not I wanted to move forward.
Yeah, I could see myself. There's like a regular, not like for grass, but like for carpet and rugs and stuff. There's a company that's like a urine destroying product that I think is like the most superior. And I recently purchased a different version on Amazon, and it just isn't as good. So
do you think you would go in the reviews?
I mean, I could see if Kit Kat is being authentic, if this is real,
sure,
that I could. I mean, I get the point of like, I really tried to get a cheaper product and like it isn't working. And so like, if you're here reading the reviews, you know, my recommendation is like, this other product is better, but it does feel placementy.
I mean, I almost like wish that she would have taken a moment just to say, listen, I do not work for Scout's Honor.
Right.
Like, I have nothing to do with that product. Do not like come at me for that. I just know that I did a lot of research, and if you're reading these reviews, maybe you're looking for some information. So take it She did actually, though, have the one line in there that she said, I'm taking that back, because she had one line in here where she said she wished she could direct you to her Amazon review, but she didn't write one. So like go ahead and look and see for yourself what other people are writing in their reviews. So I don't know, but I wish she would have called herself out a little more since she put it in the title. I stand by that.
Yeah, I do feel like there is an impact here for me. I would imagine this product would have a strong perfume odor that isn't actually addressing the problem. It does make me feel like I don't want to buy this product, which is interesting.
Exactly. So it did have an impact. So that's the only thing that I'm leaning towards Kit Kat for, but I was definitely my suspicious radar was going off for Kat. Are we ready to crown this, do we think?
I think so.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so Chelsey and I each have our own set of 1 to 5 crown cards. And in an effort to be fair and not influenced by one another's cards, we will simultaneously reveal our rating.
The queens are tabulating.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Total score.
I jumped the gun. Okay, sorry. All right, so Trey is holding up 3 crowns. I'm holding up 2.5 crowns. Trey, let us know why you picked 3 crowns.
I picked 3 because it really took me on a journey. At first, I thought this was going to be like a fake placement ad, but then I'm unable to decide if it is or isn't. But I do have an impact that I feel like I should just look for a different product.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to buy like urine perfume. I'm trying to buy like a urine destroyer. So ultimately, all of that I think washes out for me that like it should just be middle of the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you? Why'd you do 2.5?
I took off a half point because I felt like TMI about the dynamic with the husband. I don't want to feel bad like for you and be questioning whether or not you have marital issues when I'm reading a review for urine odor remover. I'm sorry, maybe that was a little bit harsh. I hope you're okay. If you're listening to this, I hope everything is good with you and your husband, Kit Kat. Okay. No, I gave it the 2.5 purely because I did pause and not buy the product. And she had excellent spelling and grammar. I'm assuming that Kit Kat's a woman. I shouldn't be, maybe Kit Kat's a man. Anyway, that was why I gave it the 2.5. I'm still a little bit suspicious. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I am too. I can't put my finger on what I think the truth is, but.
So there we go.
Good job. Fun review.
Thank you. I had fun. I hope you guys did. I lost our spot. Where are we?
It's the top of page 4, I think.
Let's take a quick break. Okay, it's me. Okay. All right. Okay, that was fun. Let's take a quick break though. And when we come back, we can get into our QT's review. I can't wait.
Ooh, love it. I got a stretch for this one.
Oof, me too.
Hold your crown. We'll be right back.
That was a good stretch. It was.
All right, it's 1-star zinger time. And it's time, Chelsey, to jump on the merry-go-round.
I don't feel like an icon. Most of the days I feel like I can't. That's with an A.
I gotta be honest, I missed the wow, or whatever you used to do at the top. There we go. I feel better now. Okay. Trey and I have each picked a rotten, scathing, pithy 1-star zinger. And with 30 seconds on the clock, we'll each try to recite our zinger in as many genres as possible.
Just like Queen Meryl, who does it all.
It's true. Before the clock runs out. Okay, Trey, tell us, what's your 1-star zinger for today?
Okay, today I have a 1-star zinger from partycity.com.
Ooh, love.
This is a 1-star review for mini hand clappers 12 count.
Oh, like those things you wick. Oh, yeah.
They're like mini hand clappers.
Yes.
Okay. This review was from 12 days ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Real time.
So the
What's
subject,
their name? What's their name?
You don't have names on Party City.
Oh, that's
I know,
unfortunate.
it's very sad.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I have been adding a bunch of them to my arsenal because they're really funny.
Oh, they're good. Okay. Great.
Okay, so the subject is didn't clap. And the review is these were a joke. Didn't even clap.
Great. I love it. I'm glad you picked a little bit of a longer one because mine's a little bit longer too. But they are a joke if they don't clap. What else do they do?
But also the Party City has like a button that says bottom line. And I'm assuming you select from them, but this one says bottom line. No, I would not recommend to a friend.
I wouldn't recommend it either.
Okay.
All right, Trey, are you ready?
What am I strapped in on?
Oh my God. I should really be more prepared with this. Okay. You're strapped. Let's go avant-garde. You're strapped into like a Starbucks cup.
Ooh, can it be an iced Starbucks cup?
Yes, of course.
Ooh, it's so chilly in here.
All right. Get ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Pop star.
These were a joke. Didn't even clap.
Slapstick.
These were a joke. Didn't even slap.
Sports announcer.
These were a joke. Didn't even clap.
TLC reality.
These were a joke. Didn't even clap.
Yankee.
Doggone it. These were a joke. They didn't even clap.
Oh my God. I feel like you were serving me Little Edie in that Yankee, and I approve.
I was very like country in all of those.
Oh my God, that was so great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
Good job, Trey. And by the way, you've been like killing it lately. I feel like you've won the last like several rounds. Just saying. Lovely.
All
Okay,
right.
you could say excuse me.
I'm just full of gas. All right. Chelsey, what is your 1-star zinger for today?
But to die. Also, sorry, just because you said full of gas, that is like the perfect segue to say I have a Patreon exclusive story coming later in this episode. So only if you're on Patreon will you get to hear this gas story, and I will say no more. Okay. And my zinger, sorry for that little moment, but I needed to take advantage. My zinger is from Sephora. It is for an eyeliner pencil to go. It is written by Megan 657E680. A lot of numbers there. Megan 657E680. The subject is crap. And the zinger is this pencil. And the zinger is, and the zinger is this pencil. Nope. What is wrong with me?
Pencil.
I got a stomach. I got a stitch.
Pencil.
I got a stomach stitch. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, that'll hurt when you get one of those stitches out of nowhere, I tell you. Oh my God. Okay, let's get back in. It's okay. I got it. All right.
Oh God.
All right. I'm back. I'm good. I'm good. I got this. Okay. Chelsey, get it together. Meryl. Okay. The subject is crap, and the review is
Oh God. What do you need me to say it?
I'm sorry. Patreon. My apologies. Okay. The review. Why does this happen when I just can't stop? Okay. The review is the pencil is such garbage. LOL. It shattered in my sharpener.
Okay.
That's it. So it shattered in Megan's sharpener.
Is it Megan with the G H?
Megan, no H,
Got it.
but like many numbers after. Okay, so the pencil is such garbage. LOL, it shattered in my sharpener. It's a long one.
I know. Good luck.
Thank you.
All
All right, let's
You're
do it.
strapped in
Yes, what am I strapped into?
on a donut hole.
Yes, love that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Disney.
Pencil's such garbage. LOL, it shattered in my sharpener.
Shakespeare.
Pencil's such garbage. LOL, it shattered in my sharpener.
Superhero.
The pencil's such garbage. LOL, it shattered in my sharpener.
Magic show.
The pencil's such garbage. LOL, it shattered in my sharpener.
Oh, the
Pencil.
hands.
I have to do the hands.
It's so like earnest.
I have to. Oh my goodness. I think you might have won. I feel like your winning streak continues.
But only by one. You got 4, my friend.
I know. It was long. It was long. Good job, Trey.
Thank
Take
you.
your
Thank
win.
you. I'm back.
I gotta practice, I think. You've really been pulling ahead lately.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. Let's go back to it.
Review that review.
All right. We are back from that game break. And it's your turn, Trey. Where is your review from this week?
All right. I changed this review last minute.
Okay.
I found this before we started the podcast and have been sitting on it. So
okay.
I'm lifting it from my seat, and here we go. This is a 1-star review from Trustpilot
Okay.
for the dating website OKCupid. This review is from Robert C. And Robert C's subject is nothing but 30-plus-year-old delusional, ...
Say that nothing but 30 plus. Say it. Sorry.
Year-old delusional.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think they just make the first part of the first sentence.
Oh, yes.
Subject.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Robert C. 1-star review. OKCupid on Trustpilot. Nothing but 30-plus-year-old delusional women who still think they have value after they have been writing the C. Sarah.
I'm not frozen. I'm just shocked.
Nothing but 30-plus-year-old delusional women who still think they have value after they have been riding the C carousel their entire life. Now, all of a sudden, at age 45, they want to act all pristine, like they are born-again virgins. Same old, ... Nothing but a laundry list of quote-unquote expectations and quote-unquote requirements. Yet, they still believe they will find their quote-unquote true love and Prince Charming simp. Do yourself a favor, men, and go MGTOW and better yourself physically and financially and leave women out of the equation. These women have nothing to offer you guys except being their little quote unquote plaything when they get bored while they suck out all of your time and finances with dates and trips. Let them wallow in their own self-pity because women are not women anymore.
Sorry.
They certainly don't act like it, but hey, if you want an over-tattooed, self-entitled princess that looks like a busted Pillsbury biscuit can with 2 kids that aren't yours, go right ahead.
I am so mad. First of all, I am swiping all the way left on Robert C.
What?
Ugh.
The Wait,
okay,
what?
First of all,
Yeah, go.
What is NGTO? What is that?
I don't know. I was just going to ask you.
What is it?
MGTOW. Do yourself a favor, man, and go MGTOW. All caps. Go.
It has to be it has to mean something. MGTOW?
I'm going to look it up.
I gotta know.
Meaning.
It's got to be an acronym.
Oh yeah, meaning. What is it? Men going their own way. The rise of toxic male. It's a Guardian article. Is the first result as the Guardian article. Men going their own way. The rise of a toxic male.
I mean, oh my God, Robert C., you are toxic, and not in like a cute Britney Spears way. Free Britney. Anyway, what is happening? What is happening? Like, I feel personally attacked by Robert.
What is Prince Charming simp?
Oh, do you know what a simp is?
No.
I think a simp is like a guy that will do anything for a woman, like kind of like cuckold, I want to say.
Oh, like a gimp?
Not a gimp.
Oh,
a simp like simple.
A slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women.
Yeah, so like cuckold, like that kind of the modern cuckold. I mean, it just sounds like Robert C. is not accepting the fact that he has a really shitty personality and nobody wants to go out on more than a few dates with him because he probably scares them away with his crazy and his judgments. Robert, I'm judging you and I can't even help it. I'm so mad.
What do you even imagine Robert C.'s OKCupid profile is like?
Ugh, I mean, just gross. I feel like Robert C., I don't know, like I had a vision of him with a bunny. I don't know why I had a vision of him as like a bunny guy, but
a dead bunny that he's shot with his rifle.
Yes, exactly. That's how I picture Robert C., like showing off like an animal that he's just killed.
It is very interesting to me. Throughout this review, Robert uses a lot of capitalization. Every time it's men, it's in capital M. Every time it's woman, it's capital W. Prince Charming simp, all capitalized. Pillsbury biscuit can, all capitalized.
Fuck that line. I can't say fuck. Can I say fuck?
Yeah.
Screw that line. That line about the Pillsbury biscuit made me so mad.
What do you think Robert's body type is?
Not good.
Yeah, I don't imagine that either.
I think he does not. I think he's not a fit guy, and I think he's gross. And I wouldn't trust Robert's review on Trustpilot because I don't think his experience is anywhere indicative of what other people can experience, because I think he's just a bad person.
When I was reading this for before today's episode, I was reminded of our episode where your first comment of the review, it was for wish.com, also Trustpilot.
Yeah.
This is just so telling about how Robert C. views the world.
He sees the world. Oh my God. Yeah. He has such issues with women. It's like screaming off the page in a way that is
really screaming.
It's like, take it up in therapy, Robert. See, I know you don't believe in therapy, but if you did, you'd take it up in therapy because you got some issues, my friend.
What do you think? What do you think women are not women anymore? What do you think he means by that?
I think that he means that women are not submissive and women are not just like in the kitchen. Like, what can I make you for breakfast, honey? Do you want me to massage your feet?
Well,
like,
that's what I was imagining as well. But if you go down this Prince Charming simp analogy,
sure.
I mean, Prince Charming's wife is Cinderella, and she was like the most domesticated princess there ever was.
Yeah, but that's speaking, I think, to more of an overarching patriarchy, right? That we deal with,
Right.
and that we're all working on removing that narrative that we were given as children of hoping that we get a Prince Charming who can save us while we sweep in the corners.
There are so many gems in this, like riding the sea carousel.
Yeah, what does
never
that
heard
mean?
that phrase.
What does the sea carousel mean? What are you saying, Robert? That it's just like that you're a sea? Is he saying? I took it when he first said it as like, you know, when you say to someone like you're a 5 or you're a 4. I mean, not that I would ever say that, but I think that that's what he was saying. Like, you are far from top tier, my friend.
Correct.
So,
but my thought about sea carousel is like the baggage carousel at an airport. There's no difference between the A carousel and the C carousel. Like, I think the point here is like you
think that's what he meant?
No, I think what he meant is what you're saying. It's like the number scale. Like we have this, like you're a 9 or you're a 2.
Right, exactly.
But the C lettering roster doesn't really make sense to me. But I've also never heard that before. Also, the fact that we had to Google and didn't know what MGTOW even meant just tells you everything you need to know about Robert. Also, like this whole born again virgin scenario.
What is that? Like, are you saying that a woman is no longer attracted to you because she's older and you know that she's sexually experienced, that's unattractive to you, Robert? Like, Robert is so gross. He's making me very upset.
It's really like confusing. It's like terrifying that these are the kinds of men that are on OKCupid.
I will say, if there's one impact that this review has, I don't want to be on OKCupid if there are people like Robert on there. No offense, OKCupid, if I'm generalizing.
But I imagine Robert is no longer on it.
That's true. Maybe it's safe to go back.
I mean, it is very interesting because I'm a gay man. I like men. And this review is just everything that is wrong with men. I mean, It's like hilarious that Robert as a man is like berating the women gender. And it's like all you get from this review is how awful he is as a man.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. It has the complete opposite effect. He's like trying to put down, women and where women are in the world or at a certain age. But really, he's just speaking to, I don't know. I would hope a marginalized percentage of men that are like Robert or like more and more marginalized. I don't want to accuse every man of being Robert. I think that's inaccurate, but
I want to do an experiment right now with you.
Yeah.
I want to go through our usual checkpoints and like really try to apply them. Do you think this review provides any value, unique or new information about OKCupid?
No, it does not.
No. Okay. The spelling and grammar.
Okay.
Does it look like they did a spell check before hitting submit? Thoroughly 100% absolutely. It is beautifully type font written.
Sure.
Do we believe them? Were they being truthful or shady, disgruntled former employee or relative of the owner? Do we believe them?
I believe that this is Robert's reality, but I think they might as well be a disgruntled employee because their view of the world is very disgruntled.
That's what's hard for me is like, I think Robert is being truthful to Robert's experiences in life, but I don't think this is a true assessment of the women that are on OKCupid. It's all
exactly.
Like,
and I think that's really what it's about. It's like, can I trust what this person has to say in regards to his assessment of whatever we're assessing? And no, I can't.
Right, because I don't view clearly this person has a very specific point of view.
Has
but
a
not
worldview that
mine.
is, thank God,
And
different
then
than either of ours.
do we think this is a common experience or a fluke experience? Is it typical of OkCupid?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Is OkCupid free?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know if they have like a paid premium. Most of them have like an upsell, but it's free.
Humor, were we entertained?
No.
No, I'm entertained by the description of who Robert C. is as a man.
Yes.
Which is not Robert C.'s intention. But this is
That's why I can't attribute any of the entertainment value back to Robert. I can attribute it to the ridiculousness of him as a character.
Right. This is like when they were filming Blair Witch and it was like, there's no script, but here is a little log line of what the scene is. And it's like, okay, you're going to be playing Robert C. This is how Robert C. sees the world. And
it's like, got it immediately. I mean, roll camera.
And then do we care if we were this reviewer's grandmother? Will we put this review on our fridge?
No,
we empathize? What is the impact? Is it a deal breaker?
Yeah, I would kick Robert out and tell him to go somewhere else if I were his grandmother.
If I was the grandmother, I would put a bar of soap in his mouth. I would spank his fanny and I would send him to bed without dinner.
Yeah, I agree. I would be very disappointed if Robert C. were my grandchild.
Thoroughly. Does this have an impact for you as far as OkCupid?
No.
Right? It's right?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it does in the sense that, like I said, like, no offense to OkCupid, and I feel bad mixing these two people because OkCupid is technically innocent in this situation. Like, thank God Robert's gone. But if there are if there's a large populace of Roberts on OkCupid, then yeah, it affects me because no, I don't want to be around that. But other than that, which is not really OkCupid's fault, no, it doesn't.
I mean, I think I could crown this.
Let's crown it.
Okay.
Can I give 0 crowns? Is that a thing I can do? I'll give. Okay.
Do you think it's worthy of 0 crowns?
I'm very mad.
Let's tabulate.
Let's tabulate.
The queens are tabulating.
Do you think you know? You ready?
I know. Yes.
Okay.
Total score.
All right. Trey gave it 1 crown. I gave it a half crown. I'll start. I gave it a half crown because the spelling and grammar. That was really the only thing I could give him points on. Other than that, I detested him and I feel just very protective of myself and other women who might take any word of what Robert says as a reflection of who they are. And I want to be the one to tell myself and every other woman listening to never, ever, ever think of yourself the way that Robert has described you, because that is so not who you are. And you are so worthy of love, and you are worthy of finding love if you are on this app and you are putting in the work and putting yourself out there, and you're beautiful and you're amazing and you're a queen. And I'm just sorry that there are people like Robert out there that would make any of us feel differently. So that's what I want to take my assessment time talking about. Half crown for Robert. Why'd you give a crown?
Valid. I thought about half and I thought about 1. I personally don't think that it's worthy of 0 crowns. I do think it's at least half crown.
Yeah.
Because of the spelling and because the impact here is like, it instantly makes me wonder, is OkCupid free? Because I do think there needs to be some sort, like, which just makes me think this person has presumably left the service. But if this is a kind of person that could be on the service, that makes me feel a little bit like, I don't know if OkCupid is the right avenue. So that's why I did 1, because basically half for the spelling, and then the other half is because it does make me feel like, God, am I going to encounter crazy people like Roberts on this OkCupid? Wow. So that's why I did 1 crown.
All right.
Yikes. That was such an odd point of view of the world. Isn't that sad that someone who's like looking for love has that much hang up in their life? Like,
Yeah, like a lot
you're
of
never gonna find it.
You're never gonna find it if that's how you feel about it. So okay.
Also, in my tabulating, I was just looking over at the expectations and requirement and laundry list for women, and it's like that's what you're doing.
Yeah, terrible.
Okay, let's forget Robert C. What a mess.
God, I always feel like whenever we have one of these reviewers that leave me like feeling so heated, like I just need to grab some sage or Palo Santo and like quickly cleanse out the space, because we're about to do the most regal portion of our show, and we're gonna induct, beautiful, worthy people of our Royal Highness. And let's just clear the space for a second. I'm gonna pull out the crystal that I got for both of us. I'm gonna hold up for Patreon. This I bought. Isn't it nice? It's round. It's nice. Anyway, let's clear the space, bring in some good energy, because there are incredible people out there in the world, and I can't wait to honor two of them right now. So all the crystals, and I feel better. All right.
Me too.
All right.
All right, Chelsey, who are you inducting today for?
My Royal Highness.
So glad you asked. So I'm going to induct a friend of mine named Laura Beaufil. Laura is, I have to find her Instagram. I'm so ill prepared. Let me just pull this up and then I will continue, because I'm sorry, babe. I'm the worst. The worst. Okay. So I'm so glad you asked. Today, I'm so glad you asked. Today, I'm going to induct a friend of mine, a fellow actor named Laura Beaufil. She's at Laura, that's LoraBofill on Instagram. And Laura and I were in Good Girls together. She was my co-star, she was the other girl exercising with me during the workout class. And the reason why I want to induct Laura and why she's so friggin' cool is because not only is Laura a fabulous actor and she's amazing, but she's also a doctor. And not just like any little doctor, like she's a doctor at Cedars-Sinai. Yep. And she's literally like Clark Kent and Superman, because she's the most humble person you'll ever meet in your life. No one that knows Laura, sorry, Laura, I'm putting you on blast, but no one that knows Laura, or very few people who know Laura as Dr. Beaufil at Cedars-Sinai, know that she's an actor. And the people that know her as an actor don't know that she's a doctor. In fact, when I worked with her on set, it never came up that she was a doctor. I just thought she was a badass actor and she was doing so much work. And I had so much respect for her, for our conversations that were in that domain. Meanwhile, when COVID happened, she started posting medical advice for people dealing with COVID and, just appreciation for her fellow doctors and her fellow people that are working in the healthcare industry. And only because I follow Laura and I saw these posts did I even know that she was a doctor. Wow. So I don't know how a superhuman like this exists. Also, I just spoke with her for like an hour yesterday because she was helping me out with something. And just the fact that she took the time to talk to me when she's like fixing the world as a doctor and also killing it as an actor and still finds time to be a great friend. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this nomination or of this induction than Laura. So at Laura Beaufil, go follow her. She's amazing. And I'm wishing her so much mazel and success because she deserves it, because she's amazing. So thank you, Laura.
Wow. And I love how she spells her name.
Yeah. Isn't it cool? All right, Trey, tell us who you're inducting for my Royal Highness.
Okay. So today I am inducting another animal rescue situation. Okay, so today I'm going to induct Mission Driven Goods. They are on Instagram at Mission Driven Goods. So this is an organization created by Scott and their dog Leo Poor. And basically, Scott was a medical professional like Laura, and had this passion for, you know, that animal in an animal shelter that has been there longer than any other animal.
Yeah, like the older one.
The one that no one is excited about, no one wants to play with, no one is adopting. So Scott had a soft spot in his heart for that animal, and it became Scott's mission in life, and left the medical industry where Scott was making lots of money, and created this nonprofit organization and that sells apparel that is animal based. As a means to raise funds in order to directly go after the longest animals to reside in animal shelters. And Scott sort of started making news because in order to spark awareness for these animals, he's done some pretty extreme things in order to like highlight what that is like. One day he slept for an entire week, 7 days, inside of a kennel at a shelter.
What?
As a metaphor for what it would be like. Also spent like 30 minutes inside of a car without air conditioning. To raise awareness. But then they had this idea. They got a sponsorship to do a billboard for this little dog named Sally Sue, who is a pit bull who had spent over 3 years in a shelter.
Wow.
And it was in order to like drive attention to this animal in a different way that could capture people's attention while they're driving on an I-35. And they're just doing really amazing, fantastic work. Incredible. I'm so like touched by people that are so committed to these defenseless animals that just need attention. And that is Scott's whole thing. You can go to missiondrivengoods.com. You can buy some of their cute t-shirts. You can also just donate to the Billboard Fund, which I did prior to the episode. And I would love for all of you to do the same because Scott's doing really great stuff and the apparel is actually very cute. So Scott Poor and Leo Poor and Mission Driven Goods, you are my Royal Highness for today.
Wow. I love that.
I love it too. Ugh.
That was so nice.
Do we have time for a royal review?
Okay, bitch, I'm gonna make a minute for a royal review. Okay, I don't miss an opportunity for a royal review. Are you kidding?
That's the spirit, girl.
All right.
Baby, it's time for some royal reviews. Yes.
Different recording.
I love that.
All right. So today, our royal review, Chelsey, is from JMWA 1986 on Apple Podcasts. They write, 5 stars.
Oh.
Funny, feisty, and fabulous. This podcast sparks much joy. I love getting to know Chelsey and Trey through their Kvetches and Royal Highness nominations. They bring 2 separate insights to the table and really pick these reviews apart, giving them ample consideration, and they really put themselves in the reviewer's place. With so many trolls out there, it's nice to see these 2 acknowledging humanity along with the humorous side to online reviews. Love, love, love. P.S. The last episode had me rolling. Pun intended. I can't wait to see what these 2 and their listeners unearth for us to enjoy.
Aww.
What a thoughtful review.
JMWA 1986.
So they posted that in July.
So sweet.
What is the last episode?
It was the ball. It was the giant ball that the
rolling.
Where the guy broke his collarbone, the kid broke the collarbone or whatever. Oh my God. That was so sweet. And I'm so glad that you enjoy our ample consideration, as you so kindly put it. That was very sweet. Yes.
It's so kind. Thank you,
yes.
JMWA 1986, for your very thoughtful review. It means a lot.
It means so much to us. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Well, thank you, all you listeners. Here we are. We've reached the end of another episode. It's
another round on the RUARQ Ferris wheel. I love that. Okay.
Let's just say all of that again.
Yeah.
All right. So we did it. Thank you, all you listeners currently. And we've done it. Here we are. We're at the end of another fabulous episode.
It's true. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. If you like what you heard, please tell a friend.
If you didn't like what you heard, please tell an enemy. You can also leave us a review, just like Queen JMWA 1986 did, and yours could be featured on the show.
It's true. And don't forget, we want to hear from you guys. Hit up out. And don't forget, we want to hear from you all. Hit up the voicemail box, 1-850-REVIEW-0. You can also follow us, of course, on all the socials at The Review Queens. I'm Chelsey. You can also follow us on all the socials at The Review Queens. I'm at Chelsey BD, and that's Chelsey with a Y.
And I'm at Trey Gerrald. Become a member of the Royal Court by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/reviewthatreview. Our entry level starts at $5 a month. We also release video clips of one of the reviews from each episode on our YouTube page. So go check that out.
It's terrifying, but fun. Okay. And remember, please, you guys, ignore the haters. You're a queen.
Gender non-specific queen.
Of course. Bye.
Toodle pip.
See you later.
Review
You
That
never
Review is
say
an independent
alligator.
podcast. Certain names have been redacted or changed to protect the guilty. Executive produced by Trey Gerrald and Chelsey Donn, with editing and sound design by Trey Gerrald. With voiceover talents by Eva Kaminsky, our cover art was designed by LogoVora, and our theme song was written by Joe Kinosian and sung by Natalie Weiss.
Alligator.
I'm going to have to talk about Robert therapy this week.
God.
Thanks for watching, Queens. Click here to subscribe and click here for more videos.